You guys, you NFL film guys, have a great quote in Super Bowl 15 where Dick Vermeil's on the sideline screaming, saying, "Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Why can't we block him?" And it turns out that it's Reggie Kinlaw in the middle, and they just can't block him.
Come on! Where the hell is the nose guard coming from? Kinlaw has been paying our so far.
But Reggie Kinlaw was certainly understated, and he was not a self-promoter. He didn't like the limelight at all, and what nose tackle accrues any notoriety anyway? He was absolutely invaluable to the success of the defense.
We couldn't run that defense without Reggie Kinlaw's two-gapping. Reggie Kinlaw was as pure and as good a two-gap nose guard as you will find in all your film studies.
He was an interesting cat, 6'1", 240, but the most amazing thighs and butt. He was from the Curly Culp school of nose tackles, which was he would get underneath. He wouldn't make a lot of tackles, didn't get a lot of sacks, but you couldn't move him.
Smart guys. We had really smart football players. Rod Martin is one of the most underrated players of my generation. If there was a big game, Rod Martin played big. If Rod got his hands on you, it was over. He would fight you over a game of backgammon. And I think that's something that was consistent within that football team.
There are a number of Super Bowls in which there have been less points scored. I know that, for instance, in 1972, you might say, but I think there are a couple of factors that you have to look at. The fact that our defense did what it did, statistically and otherwise, not just holding them to 9 points, but just physically defeating a great football team in the Washington Redskins. In the 1983 season, they had scored 541 points, which was a record for a team scoring points in a single season. John Riggins, 64 yards and 28 carries. I mean, that's less than 3 yards a carry. Despite my clearly biased opinion, that it's my opinion that the 1983 Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Raiders had the single best defensive performance in a Super Bowl, I think, in the history of the 40 Super Bowls.